Today on the podcast, we're talking local food, Instagram likes, and giveaways. This is the Kansas City Podcast. Welcome to the Kansas City Podcast. I'm your host, Cole Lindbergh. Many of you know me from my work at the Hardy compound, and if it's not, it's nice to meet you. There's only about 10 people that will get that joke. Each week here on the Kansas City Podcast, we are joined by a one-of-a-kind KC native for a conversation on life in the city of fountains. And I am very excited. Today, I have found my way to Broadway Roasting Company. I'm sitting down. My guest is enjoying... What'd you get?
I got a chai latte.
A chai latte.
Yeah.
I always wanted to call it a chai latte, but it's
Latte.
chai latte. I
so
think that sounds
fancy.
cooler. Yeah. You know what? I've got a lot to talk to you about today, but first I will introduce you.
Okay.
He is... We're still narrowing down what exactly he is. He's an influencer, yes.
Yes.
He is like a marketer, yes.
Yes.
He is a food guru.
Badass.
Would you
can
say that?
Yeah.
He is also, he takes more photos of food and drink than I think I've ever seen someone in my entire life. Would you agree with that? He's taking a sip. I asked the question, he's taking a sip of coffee.
Yes. Yeah, probably.
Okay, go ahead, take your sip of coffee. I'll finish. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Kansas City Podcast, Kasim Hardaway. Kasim, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Kasim, I mentioned a lot of different things that you do right at the top of the podcast, but let me tell you my history, okay? You have... I go on the gram every now and then, right? The gram. You have... Do you, go to every restaurant in town? Your Instagram is full of food photos all the time. You are like a foodie... crazy, you find the best food and eat it and take beautiful pictures of it.
Thank you.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, to a degree. I'm actually a really bad food influencer when it comes to it. I don't go to a lot of the newest places. I just go to places that kind of catch my eye or that I'm recommended to.
So how did this get started? Because you have I'm sorry, I hate to ask this question. How many people do you have on the gram now?
28,000.
Okay. How the hell? I have 400. How do you get to 28,000 Instagram followers?
Posting every day, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just putting out really good content. I think that it started with me making recipes at home.
Okay.
And creating a community around that. And then it kind of shifted to restaurants when I realized people would like to know more so where they want to eat versus what to make at home.
Okay, so do you... Okay, because this is my question. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure that you have a backlog of photos. Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Sort of.
But do you get to go to a restaurant every night? Because you are technically a food would you say you're a Kansas City food influencer? I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you go to a restaurant every night?
I would say I go to 5 restaurants a week.
Okay.
5 to 10.
Do you eat for free?
I would say 85% of the time it's free.
Because you have such a following.
Mm-hmm.
How can I get your job? This is incredible. All right. So you go to these restaurants, you take photos, you've managed to build this kind of following that people are checking out photos. I mean, how long have you been doing this for? Did it just happen overnight?
It actually did not take as long as you would think. How long do you think it took?
I would say 2.5, 3 years.
That's close. 1.5 years.
Okay, that's not close.
1.5, 2 years?
Okay, that's better.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you built this following, and it was just from posting pictures of food.
Yeah, so...
I'm trying to get to the root of this. I'm trying to figure out... I know.
Do you want the long story or the short story?
Yes, I would love the long story.
Long story.
Yes.
I've always loved food.
Okay.
Always been a cook in my house. Growing up, my mom didn't cook, so I had to learn how to cook in order to eat good food. She knows how to make 3 things, and that's it. But fast forward, I go to school. I thought about going to culinary school, but my family said no. So I actually went for environmental science and engineering.
Oh, wow.
Worked in the engineering field for a year and a half, quit my job, traveled in Brazil for a while, came back and realized that I wanted to do marketing. And I also wanted to start a food blog.
Okay.
So it kind of started there with the recipes and really creating a social presence for myself when I realized how to do it for other brands for marketing things. And then after a while, I just kind of dove in and just spent hours and hours a day on Instagram, connecting with people, commenting on things, finding different places to go to. So yeah.
Okay. So now you are going out to all these places.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking incredible pictures of delicious food. Are you sick of it? Like, are you like, oh my God, there's too much food? You're taking kind of like I never thought of it that way.
I mean, some
because
days...
it's like a job now.
Yeah, it is. It is a job. And some days I just have to do it. Like Restaurant Week. Are you familiar with Restaurant Week?
Yes, I am. Yes.
It's like 12 days of eating. And I had to go to 2 days every day and eat. So my fridge was full of leftovers. And at that point, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But no, not usually. It doesn't get like sickening, I guess.
Okay. So what is your goal with it? Because you're basically now turning this into like your career.
Mm-hmm.
Like you every day posting pictures of food. You, from my understanding, there's some big changes in your world because you're trying to do your own marketing agency. Tell me a little bit about that.
So yeah, what I realized as I grew my account is that a lot of people reached out to me not to just come to the restaurant and try the food, but to also help them with marketing or getting them on social media and active. So after going from job to job, I realized I just needed to start my own agency and kind of create this like established Kasim Hardaway brand that's not me eating, but kind of helping restaurants, mainly food-focused brands, with their marketing.
Okay. And so are you working with lots of people right now in the city?
Sort of. I just sealed a deal with Whole Foods, so that's currently my biggest client.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and I will be helping them open the Whole Foods Missouri, so their first location in Missouri. But outside of that, I really like working with small businesses and restaurants. So not Whole Foods, but I love Whole Foods. They have a special place.
I mean, that's huge.
In my heart. Yeah.
That's huge. Whole Foods.
Yeah.
You're being contracted by Amazon right now. That's insane. Okay, so you're on this journey now. Did you think this would ever happen? Like, when you were doing engineering, and then, I mean, did it feel like it would ever happen this way?
No. If you asked me even like a year ago if I would be doing what I'm doing right now, I would say no.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I would say hell no.
Yeah. So when did you realize there was kind of like it was starting to kind of catch on? Like, oh, this is kind of working out for me.
So it was around this time, 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was in June, actually.
Okay.
And it was the first thing I was paid to do, and I was paid to go drink milk.
Hold on. Okay, I have so many questions. You were paid to go drink milk.
So there's this organization called Dairy Farmers of America. Are you familiar with them?
Yes, I'm familiar with Dairy Farmers of America.
So have you heard of World Milk Day?
I have. Well, that's like Milk Mustache Day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
World Milk Day. So there was a promotional push here in Kansas City. There was like a food truck with like cookies and milk.
Okay.
Yeah, and so basically I got paid to go to this promotional event and talk about it. And so they pay me a lot of money to do that. And I was like, okay, maybe I should just try to get paid to drink milk all the time.
Okay, so hold on. So they called you up, basically.
They emailed me.
They emailed you, and they said, we want you to go with this because you have a following?
Well, that was understood. So as an influencer, people will reach out to me. Sometimes they won't have like compensation, but they'll reach out to me and say, hey, would you be willing to come to this event or push this product or do something to kind of get it into my audience and get people behind it. Okay. And so with them, it was like, hey, we have World Milk Day coming up. We have all of these things happening. Would you be willing to take X to do X, Y, and Z?
Okay, so you go there and you document it and you talk about it.
And I had some milk.
You put it on the gram.
Put it on the gram.
And you got paid to do that.
Yeah.
I am doing it so wrong. Like you can't know. This isn't all right. I don't want to say it's not fair. But it's not fair.
You just said that. You're not going to say it.
No, okay. So you go drink milk.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, I'm getting paid. Then did it just kind of snowball from there?
It did. So, yeah, it definitely did. So the amount of paid inquiries just started to increase and come at me from left, right, up, and down.
Yeah.
So then it became a matter of what things do I say no to that are actually relevant to my brand,
Yeah. Wow. So would you say that you are the premier Kansas City food Instagrammer right now?
I wouldn't. If you go to my Instagram profile, it says Kansas City influencer.
Okay.
But I'm not there are a lot of great influencers in Kansas City that are food focused too.
Okay.
KC Plates, Kansas City Foodie Finds,
Yeah.
KC Local Eats. There are a ton.
Yeah.
I probably have the largest following.
Well, yeah, that's why you're number one.
I'm not number one. We're all awesome. We're all amazing. I just got into the game, I guess, a while ago.
Well, you hit it quick. That's what it was, because everyone was like, "Whoa, this guy, he knows what's up." So, do you ever having 28,000 followers on Instagram? I've asked this question to other influencers, and I want to ask you the same question. Does it ever give you a headache? Like, do you is there almost like when you post something, are you almost scared of like what's gonna do you reply to every comment? I have so many questions about Instagram.
So I pride myself on replying to everyone.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's really important. I never want to become too distant from people.
Yeah.
And so the other day, Bonobos, their clothing company, sent me this avocado T-shirt. And I posted it on my Instagram, and I got like 120 messages. So it took me like an hour to respond to all of them.
You got 120 messages?
Mm-hmm. On the
like
avocado
saying,
shirt.
Hey, nice shirt.
Oh, cool shirt. Where do I get one from? I love avocados. You should eat an avocado while wearing that shirt, which I thought was brilliant, and I want to do that. But yeah,
I'm in shock. Like there's this whole other world that I don't understand. Do you have notifications off on your phone?
I do, but I have them turned on my iPad. So.
Okay, so like if you posted on your Instagram and set your iPad down, it would just like just go like
die.
a slot machine.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Wow. This is insane to me. I feel scared just having like 400 followers and like, oh, I posted a picture of my dog and like, oh, I got some hearts. Some people double tapped it and great. And I'm just like, man, that's still too much for me. But then you have 28,000. I'm kind of blown away. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
It's a small little town. 28,000 people.
Exactly. So what's the weirdest thing you've gotten asked to do so far?
Like as an influencer work or just people?
Well, I mean, the milk thing's pretty weird. Is there anything weirder? Maybe it's not weird, but I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
It's not often you get paid to go drink milk.
There was this like exotic foods company. This was a while ago, maybe like 6 to 8 months ago, that wanted to send me like candied ants. To like demo on my story to like try it and like show people that eating insects isn't that crazy, but I was like, I can't do it. So
you draw the line at candied ants.
I wasn't feeling it that day. I was like, maybe if you would have asked me on like Tuesday.
Yeah.
But not that
I can
day.
see that. The ants. Who wants to eat the ants?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. What about now that you've got this following? Are you getting recognized when you go out? Do you get recognized?
Yes, I know. So that happened for the first time just like 4 months ago.
Okay.
You would have assumed it would have happened sooner. And it was, I'm recognized by people like I kind of know, but this was a complete stranger.
Okay.
And so I was at SOT. Are you familiar with the cocktail bar at Crossroads? Hanging out, and someone came up to my table and they're like, hey, how are you? And I was like, hey. And she was like, oh, I follow you on Instagram. I just noticed that you were sitting over here.
Okay.
I just wanted to introduce myself. And it was just like this very weird moment where I was like, I wonder if other people have seen me and just not said anything.
Do the restaurants and places that you go to?
Oh, yeah, that happens all the time.
Right, but like, do you think that they like go the extra mile because they're like, Kasim's here. We got to make sure that it's like made right, or we do something special,
No, I mean, there are a few places that will bring me out something extra, which is always nice.
Okay.
But yeah.
You have my wife's dream job, I think, because my wife and I, we love food. We love going out to eat. We love doing all that type of stuff. But she is like, she'll try anything. She'll try anything in the world. And like, she wants to go to every restaurant everywhere. Like, we just don't have the time and stuff. But to be able to like go there and then be like, oh, hey, how are you? Here, we brought you a little something. Like, that is the dream. Like, there's no way that you would, I would freak out if that happened to me. I'm amazed.
It's fun.
Well, yeah, it's fun. So, what do you see yourself doing? You know, where's this going now? You gonna add some more clients? What's gonna happen next?
So in the agency side, add a few more clients. I'm almost to the point where I feel really comfortable with that. On the influencer side, it's just about, you know, gaining more followers, posting more content, expanding the brand, because I just don't want to talk about food forever, because now I've had to like get a gym membership and like actually work out when at a point in my life I never worked out. So expand it to like more like travel and lifestyle and all of that good stuff.
So in doing that though, I mean, do you feel like I've always, there's some people that I talk to all the time and they're kind of like, I don't see how an influencer can be a job. Like it just, it's like, that's crazy to me, because you're basically posting stuff and you're getting, you know, paid to go do these things stuff. A couple weeks ago on the show, we had Monica Woodhams, who is an influencer, and she has a bunch of crazy stories about, and she was very enlightening to me, because I know it's a lot of hard work. And I know that, you know, it takes time to put up photos and answer the comments and things like that. Do you feel like, here's the thing I worry about.
Okay.
Instagram, you have no control over Instagram, right? They're always changing the algorithm and they're always doing like crazy stuff, you know. But that's like your main, that's where everyone kind of gets their information from in regards to you and your brand. Like, what happens if Instagram just goes away tomorrow?
That's why I have an agency.
Good pivot. Good job.
That's why I have an agency.
You're doing well at this right now. You were a little worried coming on the show, right? But you're answering well. At least.
I mean, it would be a dream to just be an influencer, but I'm like a very logical person, and know that just that the feasibility of that being a forever thing, I don't know what that looks like. So I don't know.
Does it scare you?
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Scare me.
Okay. When you sit back and you like look at kind of how this has progressed over the last couple years, is there anything that's like surprised you?
It's a good question.
You're welcome.
I guess that's your job.
It's not a job, it's a hobby. But
I don't know how engaged some people can be.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I know a lot of these people when I don't.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I respond to all of my comments, and it's not just like yes or no. It's like, yeah, I really like this. Have you ever been to this place? And the conversation can go on for a few messages. So I'm just like surprised at the connections I've been able to make.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know these people, I just know them from Instagram.
How many outstanding things do you have right now, like in the pipeline to do? Like, do you have your schedule like blocked out the next couple weeks? So, like, oh, I got to be here on this day to review this, or
yeah. If I showed you my calendar, you'd puke. It's like
really
just so much going on. I'm highly organized, though. I think that's like one thing I can say has led to my success. Like, I have 3 calendars. I have like whiteboards in my house. I'm very, very organized.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm sorry, I keep coming back to this, that I'm kind of like blown away, but like I know I shouldn't be, but like this is just such a fascinating world to me that I'm not like, I'll post some stuff, but like it's so fascinating to me.
I always tell people whenever I first describe what an influencer is, I kind of compare it to a media company.
Okay.
So for example, let's think about like Feast Magazine. There are certain brands or products that will pay them to feature something because they have an audience this large. And so when I think of an influencer, I just think of that person being a physical embodiment of like a media company.
Gotcha.
Or a distribution company for information.
Okay, so you are the media company now.
Sort of.
You are the guy. Well, I mean, you are now with your agency and stuff. I mean, you're kind of like wrapping it all into one now. I'm sorry. I'm just blown away by this. What's the most? What's the image that you've ever gotten the most likes on Instagram? Do you know? Like, what's other than the avocado shirt that went crazy?
Oh my God! So I did this giveaway with the Kansas City box, and I don't know if you know that, but the Kansas City box is just a box of curated, handmade Kansas City items from local artists and crafters, and I did a giveaway with them, and the photo got like 13 or 1400 likes and like 800 comments. It was wild.
Whoa.
Most engagement I've ever gotten. I think that day I realized that people in Kansas City really love Kansas City.
Yeah, and so are you from Kansas City originally?
I'm not originally from Kansas City. I've been here since I was 15, so quite a while, but I'm originally from New Jersey.
Okay, so what's the difference between New Jersey?
Oh, huge difference.
Yeah?
Especially when I first came here. Where I'm from in New Jersey was like the urban core, super, just like buildings on top of buildings.
Right.
A lot of people, very busy. Kansas City, it's very sprawled, not as many people.
Yeah.
Before I came here, I cried because I thought there was Amish people and like wells and electricity and horses.
Mm-hmm. They're here.
But I thought that was it.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was it. But I really like Kansas City because it's that big city, small town vibe. You can get the best of both worlds depending on where you are.
So how do you feel if you were still in New Jersey, do you think that you would be able to create this following that you have with?
No.
No?
I don't
Okay.
think I could do a lot of the things that I'm doing if I was anywhere else. I think Kansas City is great also because we're advancing, but we're not at that kind of plateau point or at that point where you can't get in and like make something for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think when I got in, it was just not a lot of other people doing what I was doing. Whereas if you went to New Jersey, New York, LA, anywhere else, there are thousands of people doing what I'm doing.
Okay. So you're kind of like a, they always say that like fashion on the coast takes forever to get to Kansas City. You're like that, but the influencer Instagram food guy. Like, they're everywhere on the coast, but now they're slowly making their way to us. And you are the trendsetter. You are the spearhead. You are spearheading this movement. How do you feel about this? I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to say it is.
I don't know how to feel about it yet.
All right. Here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
We are going to take a quick break.
Okay.
When we come back, we are going to take the KC quiz. And I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of food questions.
Okay.
About some of your favorites in town. Can we do that?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. We'll be right back here on the Kansas City Podcast. Cole here. Thank you so much for continuing to listen to the Kansas City Podcast. I want to give a special thank you and shout out / welcome / hey, fantastic news to everyone who listened to our previous episode with David Johnson about the streetcar. I even received some messages from people that said that because of that podcast, they went and got their streetcar ballot. So very exciting, very appreciative. If you like the show, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a review. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your friend, tell your friend's friend, tell your cat, tell your friend's cat, tell your enemy's cat. It doesn't matter. The more the merrier here on the Kansas City Podcast. Now, strap in for about 20 minutes of descriptions of food. Back to the show. Welcome back to the Kansas City Podcast. Cole Lindbergh here with Kasim Hardaway.
Hey, everyone.
Perfect. Hey, so during the break, Kasim, we did an experiment. And Kasim basically had a photo of his coffee and a photo of me. And he put them on his Instagram because we're like, okay, let's see, for your 28,000 followers, let's see how many likes you can get here, in the 10-minute break that we had. So he took a photo of the coffee, put it up there, he put the photo of me up there. Kasim, are you ready to unveil the results here?
Yeah.
Okay, so the photo of the coffee got 200 likes. Really great. 200 hearts.
Mm-hmm.
The photo of me got 1. How do you feel about this?
I think I put the wrong filter on you.
No, you must. What'd
Wrong
you use?
filter.
Did you use Hefe?
I did. I used Hefe.
That's the problem because Hefe, the colors, the contrast, it's too much. Yeah. Hey, you want to take the KC quiz?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Kasim, it is time for the KC quiz. I'm going to ask you Kansas City-related questions. You will be rewarded points,
Yes.
all right? If I ask a question you don't like the answer or you don't like the question, I mean, you can always say stupid question.
Okay.
And remember, folks, you can tweet us at Kansas City Pod if you would like your question added to the KC quiz. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm expecting nothing but greatness here for the Casey quiz today because you being this food superstar that you are, when I ask you these food-related questions, I'm expecting so many details.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
expecting gobs and gobloads. I mean, this is your time to really prove your mettle here on food. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
I'm restructuring this question a little bit here. I want some of your favorite restaurants that are not barbecue. Usually I ask people just give me their favorite, but I feel like you go to so many places, you see so many things. Your favorite restaurant, this is all the question we start with. Favorite restaurant that's not barbecue.
One.
It's up to you. You
Okay,
can do a
I will
top
tell you.
five.
Okay, so
I will give you a top 5.
Okay, my most favorite restaurant in Kansas City
Yeah.
is closed, so
Oh, no.
people can't go to it. But it was called AEP. Did
Yes,
you go? 39th Street.
I did not get a chance
Old
to go,
Westport.
but Jacob was
Palaco.
on the show.
Awesome.
So he was on the show, and it was about the time he was trying to open Mr. Boy as well. And we had him on the show. I sat down in Ape, and we sat and we talked, and I was very sad when Ape closed.
I was the saddest person because that's the only restaurant I've gone to multiple times per week for multiple weeks.
Yeah.
So it was, for those of you that don't know what Ape is, it was street style. It's Thai food.
Yes.
Crap. Yes, Thai food. But that takes me to my number 2, which has kind of filled that void in my heart.
Okay.
Coco Thai. That's in Crossroads. It's right on the line between Power and Light and Crossroads. Family run, Thai/Lao style restaurant. BYOB also, so you can take beer and eat Thai food.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
Coco's crispy garlic chicken is one of the best things I've ever eaten. Sometimes it takes 25 minutes to make because it is family run and there are like 3 people working there.
Okay.
But it's definitely worth it. So just take like a 6-pack. Number 3. I also really, really like Korma Sutra.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to take that back.
That's fine.
I like it, but Chai Shai is better.
So you're a big like Thai food guy.
Chai Shai is Pakistani.
Oh, okay. All right.
I like a lot of flavor and a lot of
Okay.
spice. Not saying that all of these did, but a lot of them were similar.
Yeah.
Pakistani food is more mild than Indian food, but they're very, very similar. And Chai Shai is in Morningside, so like Rock Hill in 60th or something like that.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about these last 2.
Yeah, no, take your time. There's no rush here. If you even want to add a 6th or so, I'm fine with that. I'm just enjoying you talking about these restaurants I haven't gotten a chance to go
Have you
to.
been to Tiki Taco yet?
I have not. I've
It's
heard.
also on West 39th, Old Westport, and they're actually really, really good. And I say actually because at first it was just like a hole in the wall,
Yeah.
like literally a hole that you walked up to and ordered from.
Okay.
And now they have their own like restaurant space, so obviously people really like it. Their street tacos are really good, and their burritos are also really good.
Okay. I'm gonna have to tell our friends at Taco the Town. You listen to Taco the Town? All right, keep going.
Number 5. Okay.
I feel like I'm putting you on the spot, but then again, I told you I was going to do this, so
Yeah,
I
I know.
have no
I
remorse.
know. I asked for it.
Yes, you did. This is what you get when you come on the Kansas City podcast. Just me being mean
Oh
and
God!
telling
How
you.
could I forget about Cooper's Hawk?
Oh,
I mean, there are probably like 10 more I'll think of as we're talking.
No,
But
that's
Cooper's
fine.
Hawk is phenomenal. A lot of people think about it for the wine that they have because it is a winery, but the food is phenomenal. They have the best Brussels sprouts in all of Kansas City and maybe all of the U.S.
really? How so? What? Why are they the best?
So it's like the combination. Have you heard of like the flavor theory? How like you make really good food by tying in certain things. So like bitter and sweet, salty and sour, those types of
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
I think they just made this perfect thing that is like the epitome of what the flavor theory stands for. But you get that like sweet, crispy and salty and kind of sour and tangy. And it's just Brussels sprouts.
Wow.
So I highly recommend you try that.
Okay. All right. Any others you want to throw out? I'm just giving you the floor now. This is incredible. You're
I've been
listing
going,
like so many places I haven't had a chance to
I've
go
been going to
yet.
Nara a lot lately.
Okay.
And that's probably like outside of Coco Thai, like my new ape or the place that I can go to multiple times in like 1 month. I always get the sashimi. I love fish. It's the chirashi assortment platter, and it's basically like chef selected fish.
Okay.
And it's just so good. I don't know where
Let
else.
me ask this. Let's
go.
get more specific here.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
get
so we know
specific.
your favorite Thai.
Okay.
Okay, with Ape, and sadly Ape's not there. What's your favorite pizza?
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know. You're a food guy. I'm asking these questions. I could just go through every food group for the rest of the Casey quiz, and I just might.
Saying favorites, it's just like
Okay,
tricky
like-
because.
All right,
I'll give you
let's.
3.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Because pizza is like my jam.
Have you been to Pizzeria Locale?
Yes,
Do you like it?
I do.
Okay. Have you been to Home Slice?
Home slice.
It's next to Coco Thai, bordering
I've not.
P&L, but in Crossroads. The owners are really cool. The pizza is even better, and they also have these. They have wings, but they're not your typical wings. They're
Okay.
like lollipops.
Okay.
So it's a drumstick, and they cut the meat down and push it,
Mm.
so it looks like a lollipop when it's cooked.
Wow.
It's really good. Last
That sounds
place-
incredible. I was just
Have you
thinking
been
like
to
I was.
Joe's? You've been to Joe's, right? Joe's Pizza.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always like classic favorite. Drunk, going home, I'll grab a slice of that.
All right. Favorite barbecue. This is a. Let's before we
I'm
press.
gonna get hate mail.
No, I mean this is your job.
No, but Kansas City and barbecue. Okay, again, I'll
But-
say like a few.
That's fine. You can say a
places.
few. Was there barbecue in New Jersey?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, have you had other barbecue besides Kansas City barbecue?
Yes, actually, I went to Milwaukee last year and found this barbecue space or place, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta eat there." And they had like a plate with all the different barbecue. So
Yeah.
I feel like I've been able to try everything. So like North Carolina, Texas barbecue, Kansas City barbecue.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
And Kansas City was the best.
yeah, it was.
Okay.
Q39 is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one I go to the most. I really love their burnt ends and brisket.
Okay.
Oklahoma Joe's or Joe's KC now, right? I think
Yeah.
That's what it's called. I love their ribs. They're amazing.
Have you been to the new place they opened in P&L, the Ice House or whatever it is or whatever? That it's like it's Joe's Barbecue, but am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
have not been there yet.
Oh, okay. I wanted to hear how it was because it sounds like it's like Joe's Barbecue, but not at Joe's. It's like a
Mhm.
restaurant. It's
Mhm.
different.
Which is weird to think about because I'm so
Well,
used to
no,
it
it's like
being
I want to
gas
go
station.
stand. I want to go stand at the gas station. I
Yeah.
don't want to. What is this? Like what? No.
Ruining the experience.
Okay, all right. So we got Joe's. What else?
One more barbecue spot. I went to Jack Stack a lot.
Mhm.
I haven't been recently, and I was a fan of their barbecue, but they have these Fire Kiss Cajun wings that I always had to get.
Okay.
Always.
All right. Your some of your favorite places to get dessert.
Ooh.
See, I'm just gonna throw out all food questions. You're the food guy. You would know this.
Okay.
I'm compiling a list in my mind now. Okay, I got dessert. I've got this. What do you got?
You have to get pie from Rye.
I'm sorry. Take a pie from Rye.
You got yeah, that rhymes. Pie from Rye, but really you do. So they have a new location on the plaza.
Yeah.
But they are known for all of their pies, and they have every pie you can imagine, made in house, obviously. Zocalo's, like they have this bread pudding, and I love bread pudding, and it's really good. What other desserts have I eaten recently? There's this chocolate cake with caramel sauce and like a whipped cream at Brown and Low that everyone should try too. Those are probably my favorites right now.
Okay. You like sushi?
I do love sushi.
Your favorite sushi?
Nara right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I used to go to Blue Sake Sushi Grill quite a bit
Yeah.
over in Woodside
Okay.
area. But Nara is hands down my favorite right now.
Okay. Do you have a favorite local like bar to go hang out or like a local hangout like that?
Yeah, Chez Charlie's.
Okay.
Right in Westport. I go there pretty often.
All right. Favorite local brew?
Ooh.
Do you drink?
I do.
Or do you cocktails or do you beer?
I do both. Boulevard. I love Boulevard.
obviously. Yeah. I mean, you gotta kind of like love Boulevard to be here. Yeah.
And then SOT for cocktails.
SOT?
Always. SOT. Yeah.
Why do I not know what that is?
Also, like in Crossroads, but really close to Power and Light. It seems like it's not in Kansas City. When you walk in, it's just like this like really, really cool hip vibe that I really, really like. But they just create awesome cocktails. Some of the best I've seen in Kansas City.
Okay. Favorite? Let's go with
tacos.
Yes. Favorite
Tiki taco.
Favorite.
Already said that one. Taco Republic has really good tacos too.
What is like? Okay, let's say that it's a beautiful Saturday, and you're gonna wake up. Oh, here we go. Favorite place to get breakfast?
Corner restaurant in Westport.
Which one?
The Corner restaurant.
What's your go-to?
They have this like eggs Benedict with like a hash.
Yeah.
And they have it with like salmon croquettes, and it's so good.
It does. See, all this sounds delicious.
It's like, eggy, yolky goodness.
All right, it's a beautiful Saturday, and you get to go on your ultimate like Kansas City food adventure. You're going to start out for breakfast. You're going to work your way around. Where are you going? What like? Give me your day. Give me your ultimate food day if you had to.
So I'm gonna go to the Corner to kick it off.
Okay.
Probably have a coffee and get something light. So not what I just said. And then I'm gonna go to the Jacobson as soon as it opens because the patio at the Jacobson is amazing.
Okay.
Probably have like a drink and like something light again. Fried oyster mushrooms is actually what I'm gonna get.
Okay.
It's amazing. They serve it with this ponzu sauce.
Yeah.
It's really tasty. And then I'm gonna probably hang out at Up Down for a bit, play a few games, go to Betty Ray's for ice cream.
Okay.
Stand in line because there's always a line at Betty Ray's. And then I'm going to come back over to Westport and go to Sava.
Okay.
Get a glass of Prosecco. And then go to the Foundry for their TNT lettuce wraps. They're amazing. It's like lettuce, ahi tuna, jalapenos, carrots, avocado with these two sauces. And then I'll probably just hang out there for a while.
Very
enjoy
nice.
the patio.
So I'm going to give you, in total, I'm going to combine all those answers together, and you have 35 points. Well done. All right, here you go. Here's your next question. You got to pick one.
Okay.
Worlds of Fun, the zoo, or Schlitterbahn? Where are you going?
The zoo.
The zoo? Why the zoo?
I don't know. I like the zoo, walking around, looking at the animals. I like the walkability of it, I guess, and also just seeing things as I'm walking.
Very nice. It's a good answer. How do you feel about the airport? That much, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I'm used to bigger airports that are more efficient.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm just like whatever about it.
What's the one thing in town that everybody should try once? You should at least try it once. You could take this multiple different ways. You could say it's a food thing. You could say it's something to go do. What's one thing everybody should try at least one time?
I feel like we didn't talk about ramen. And
we
didn't talk about ramen, like a bowl of ramen. And I really love Shio Ramen in Midtown. Everyone needs to go there and have a bowl of ramen on a rainy day. It has to be rainy.
When I think of bowl of ramen, I think of sitting in my college dorm.
No, that's because you're thinking of Maruchan top ramen.
Yeah.
And putting in the water and like adding in that packet.
Yeah, like when someone says ramen, that's immediately what I go to.
No. So you need to have your perspective changed
it
by
sounds
Shio
like
Ramen. But it's an experience. You have to go on a rainy day when it's kind of cold out and just get a bowl of hot ramen.
Okay. 2 points for that. How do you feel about the streetcar?
I like the streetcar.
Yeah.
I haven't used it as much as I would like, but I really appreciate it being there and being able to use it.
If they do the extension, would you like walk down the streetcar from where you live?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I probably use it all the time.
That's exciting then, right?
Yeah.
It's cool. All right. Sharks. Are they dinosaurs?
Yes.
Go on.
I just said yes because thought it'd be funny.
It was funny. Now, please elaborate.
Why are sharks dinosaurs? I don't know, because they've been in the water for so long.
Okay.
They're just so old.
It's time for the Google challenge. Okay, so here's what I have done. I went to the Google machine and I typed in a word.
Wait, did you say the Google machine?
The Google machine, that's what I call it. Okay, so I went to the Google machine. I typed in a word and or phrase, and I typed it in, and I let Google do the autofill. Okay? So I want you now to tell me what Google is autofilling. Guess the autofill, basically. Okay? So since you are the food guru, that's what I'm calling you. You okay with that?
Yeah,
food guru?
I'm cool with that.
I typed in food is... blank. Food is what
Delicious.
Okay. What else? Do you got any other guesses? Remember, this is the autofill. You got to predict what people are thinking here. Food is
Life.
That's actually number 3. No, wait. That's actually number 2.
Okay.
That's number 2.
Food is expensive.
Okay, here it is. So the first one is food is medicine.
Food is medicine.
That's right, but that is then food is life. Then last would be food is fuel. How do you feel about this?
I feel good about it.
Okay.
I agree with all those things.
I'm going to tally up your points here. You've done a fantastic job. I've learned so much.
Can't wait to know about my prize.
So let's hear it. Tally it all up. You know what? You got the highest score possible. You got 50 points. Congratulations. You hit 50 points. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like I need to treat myself.
Right. 50 out of 50. You will go to the top of the leaderboard. How do you feel? You got to feel this is incredible. Are all your dreams coming true right now?
All of my dreams have come true.
Kasim, thank you so much for being on the KC Quiz.
Yeah, of course. It's been fun.
All right, Kasim, we are nearing the end of our time today. But before we do that, I do have one other question for you. Because you're always doing these giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're always like having these all of a sudden you'll post something on Instagram that says, hey, check it out. I got this cool giveaway going on. What's the coolest giveaway you've done so far?
I gave away an experience with the owner of Ruby Jeans.
Okay.
So it wasn't necessarily like a product, but 2 people won like some hangout time with Chris Good, the founder of Ruby Jeans, and I thought it was pretty cool. Being able to like sit down with him and like have Ruby Jeans and also talk to the guy who started Ruby Jeans and kind of pick his brand and like how it started and what his inspiration was behind it. And
so how'd they win? Did they just comment and then?
Yeah, it's usually like, hey, tag a few friends or tag your favorite blah, 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 or comment your favorite blah, blah, blah. And then I'll just randomly select someone.
Wow. So is there anything cool coming in the pipeline?
Maybe, but you have to follow me on Instagram to find out.
And that leads us to our plug. So this is your time to shine. So tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, for all of my food adventures, you can follow me at, what's the A with the squiggly line, at Kasim, Kasim, as in Mark, J, Hardaway.
Kasim J. Hardaway.
Yep.
Perfect. Anywhere else?
My website is kasimhardaway.com. You can find me on Facebook at Kasim J. Hardaway too, and same on Twitter.
So I hope that this podcast not only gets you another 20,000 followers, seeing as that our Instagram account has less than 200. So I am hoping that all 150 or whatever it is people will find their way to your Instagram account awesome. Because I want you to get that extra bump. Okay. And I would highly recommend checking out Kasim stuff. I think it is incredible that you get the opportunity to go around and eat all different types of food and talk about it and take pictures of it. It is, like I said, I think to me, that sounds like the life. You are living the life, sir.
Yeah.
Well done.
But the gym, again, remember that. Don't.
I was thinking.
Listeners, do not forget about that part.
Are you worried that you're going to hit this weird peak where all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh no, I have to make a choice. Do I eat this next food, or do I how are you going to balance it out now?
So that's the thing. If I'm at home, I eat very healthy meals. Like the only thing that's in my fridge is LaCroix, water, kale, eggs, and turkey.
Okay.
So and soy milk, and that's
so
it.
Where are you going to eat tonight?
I'm actually gonna go to Eiffel Tower for they have this char grilled meat platter. So it's like char grilled meat with veggies
Yeah.
and rice.
So, okay, hold on. I have more questions now.
Go for it.
Do you have your whole meal schedule planned for the next week?
I mean, to a degree, like there are certain restaurants I need to hit just because of work. But then outside of that, I try to figure out, okay, what things can I eat at home and not kill myself with calories.
Do you have a full list of all the places that you've gone to so far and you still need to hit? Or do you feel like you've keep checking them off the list as you go?
No, I feel like I should probably have a list, but then I feel like I would be overwhelmed if I had a list because I know I'm missing a lot.
Okay. All right. So there's always going to be more out there.
Yeah, always going to be more. I mean, that's the other thing. There are new restaurants popping up in Kansas City every month.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot,
yeah.
I've learned so much today. This has been incredible. Kasim, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Remember, folks, you can check out our website, thekansascitypodcast.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Kansas City Pod, or you can find me on Twitter at Cole Lindbergh. Kasim, thank you again. You
of
can
course.
Enjoy the rest of your coffee. Enjoy your meat tray later this evening. I mean, if you're not following Kasim, he has some of the best food photos. Not only that, but they are all Kansas City, and it's all you're going to some pretty cool places and getting some really good food. So I would absolutely recommend people to check it out.
Thank you.
We will see you next time here on the Kansas City Podcast. See ya.